Boys and girls, welcome back to the Charlton Athletic Career Mode. We've been on hiatus for about 3 weeks now, purely because the Football Manager came out. I decided to do a little bit of a series for that. You can click on the first episode, by the way, here. It's going to flash up right now. We've been having a lot of fun with it. And it was just after we established a regular schedule for the career mode as well. But we're back now. We're alternating one episode of each per week going forward. Mondays and Wednesdays. There may also be bonus episodes around then. Of course, stay subscribed and click the notification bell if you do want to be notified of those videos. Also, do slap a big old like on this video if you're glad to see the career mode back. And of course, if you are enjoying the series. So, like I said, this will be coming back regularly now. And let's have a look at our schedule for today's episode. So we've got QPR away on the 21st of December. We then have Bristol City at home on Boxing Day. And then we have Derby County away on the 29th. So 3 tough fixtures. Not sure whether to play the QPR or the Derby one, but we will figure it out, I suppose. We'll have a look at where those two teams are respectively in the league and maybe make a decision based off that. Then, all of a sudden, we get into January, where you can see by this little arrow sign, of course, the January transfer window will be opening. We've got to make a couple of signings, I think, to strengthen this squad. We are currently sitting in 6th position in the league, 45 points, and 3 points clear of West Brom, currently in 7th. So let's have a look where QPR and Derby are right now. Derby are in 11th, so they are, 9 points behind us. QPR down in 19th, so I think the smart thing to do would be to play the Derby game just to give ourselves a better chance of winning. I didn't play very well in the last episode. I believe I lost 1-0 to Middlesbrough. Was it Middlesbrough? I'm pretty sure it was Middlesbrough, who are 9th. So they are creeping up behind us. We are the team to catch in the playoff zone at the moment. Leeds and Cardiff and Stoke really only, well, all of those teams I just mentioned, there's a 3-point sort of difference between us. So one of us, or whoever has the best form out of us four, in the coming weeks, we'll be going into the new year in a very, very nice position. Maybe even threatening for the top 2. Who knows? So there's a risk of losing 9 players. That'll be contracts. We've got Chucks and EK returning from injury. That's great. Wow, lots of contracts expiring. I'll do this off screen, but I'm going to try and make sure that we keep some of the players that we want to keep for next season and beyond. Well, yeah, so you got Lecco, Field, Kyle and Cullen all considered loan players. Luckily, this game, as we've discussed many times, gives us Gallagher as a freebie, a Charlton player, which is great. Hemed, Amos, Page, Stevenson, Taylor, Yao, Sarr, Williams, Matthews, Solly, Morgan, Forster, Kasky. All of those players are literally on their final year of their contract. Wow, we have got a lot of work to do in getting these players sort of signed on new deals. So at the very least, we can sell them for a decent fee in the transfer window. So let's get on that. Right, so this is such a tedious job that I'm going to do it in like blocks of 5. So I've done 5 new contracts and they've been accepted. Those boys were Chris Solly, who extends for 2 years. Or that might be, looks like only 1 year, but it said 2 years anyway. We also got Lyle Taylor down for a further 2 years. I thought that was 3, but it says 2 years, 7 months anyway. 3, let's just say 3 years. We also got Naby Sartai down for 4 years, Johnny Williams down for 4 years, and Lewis Page down for 5 years. So that's 5 players important that we have solidified in the squad for the next couple of seasons. And Lewis Page coming to us and saying that he wants to play against QPR. I'll just say I'll consider it. I haven't actually looked properly, so we'll have a look and see what that does to his morale. So here we go, a game against QPR. What shall I do to the team? Last time it seems we played Bon on the right wing. Let's have a look here and see if we need to change anything. Yes, so literally all I've done is stuck Lecco out on the right there instead of Bon. And I think we're good to go. Let's get into this game against QPR. I don't know what's going to happen here. I wish that it didn't just skip to the end because it makes it less suspenseful. But we get a 2-1 victory. Lyle Taylor and Conor Gallagher on the score sheets with a goal in between those two from Cynic. Not heard of Cynic. Potentially because we haven't played QPR this season yet. Actually, have we? Can't actually remember. Anyway, doesn't really matter too much. We've got a next game. We've got our next game, against Brentford, and we've got a bit of training to do before then. Let's see if we can get any of these boys up. Right now, somehow I've missed that first arrow. Here we are training your boy Emil Smith-Rowe in dribbling. everybody so far has got A's, and this is the last of the 5 training drills. If I get an A here, which it looks like I am going to... Oh, I've just missed that one. That was so stupid. Doesn't matter, though, because we've got the A. And let's see if Smith Rowe goes up to a 70. That would be nice, wouldn't it? He does not quite go up. His sprint speed and agility does go up, but he's not quite there at a 70 yet. So everybody got A's, and it looks like the next person to go up will be Smith Rowe, potentially also Bai, who, of course, is very young. And when things go up for Bai, it does push that rating overall a lot further than it does to some of the older boys like Purrington. But here we go. We've got, what are these 3 notifications in the office now? Player chats. Who's kicking off? Oh, it's Paige saying that he was disappointed to not be selected for that last game. Fair play to him. I'm going to say keep working hard. Okay, his morale's content and it's gone up a little bit, so he doesn't mind that. And Nabi Sarr must have come off the bench. I'm going to say, oh, I'm proud of you. Why not? Because, I mean, he's a good rotation player as young Nabi Sarr on this career mode. Actually, I suppose he's not that young anymore, is he? He's like 25, 26. But here we go. We've got another game now, which we're going to simulate. And that will be against Bristol City at home. Are they praising Conor Gallagher's performances here? Yes, they are. Conor Gallagher's quality performances. Basically, oh, this is going to take ages to load, isn't it? They seem to be singing the praises of Conor Gallagher because he did get that goal, bearing in mind as well, for that last game. I think it was the winner rather than the first goal. It's taking too long to load, but we know that he's playing well. So Christmas has been and gone. That happened very, very suddenly. And now we have a game here against Bristol City. I think what I'll do is I'll stick Bon on the right wing so that Lecco is fresh for that game against QPR. Is it QPR? No, Fulham. No, sorry, Derby. Right? Derby. Yeah, basically fresh for that game against Derby. And I think that's pretty much the only changes we'll make. We might have to make a couple of little rotations elsewhere on the pitch against Derby. But the reason I really want to keep Lecco fresh is because he is one of the most useful players when you actually play with Charlton on this career mode. Here we go, though, against Bristol City now. We're 5th. Actually, let's quickly check where they are in the table. I wonder if they're doing well. So they're definitely not in Forest top. They're 12th. Okay. So they're doing all right. And it's an evenly matched contest, but we have the home advantage here. Let's see what happens in this contest then. Can we get the win against Bristol here? We can! Charlton 2, Bristol City 0. Bon on the score sheet again, as well as Lyle Taylor. So that's 2 wins that I haven't even had to do anything for, really, in this episode so far. We're coming towards the end of December now, and we are looking nice and poised to challenge for those top 2 places there, Nottingham Forest, and I think it's Fulham. Young Byes wanted to cancel his contract. That is exactly what we didn't want, guys. I knew that was coming. And so it is very much time to go to our youth academy and get young boy to the senior team. We're actually quite short of players in general in the senior team. Do you know what I'm also going to do as well? I'm going to get Duyi Tian into the senior team as well. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be doing that. So all of a sudden, we've got 2 youth prospects actually usable for the games, and they go by the name, of course, as we just said, of Yang Bai and Duyi Tian. So he can play right mid and left mid. He's got a 1-star weak foot, which is pretty abysmal. 3-star skill moves. Was expecting a bit better there. Young Bai, absolutely fine. He's a left-footed centre-back left back and centre-back. His second position is centre-back. He's 6'4", which is great. 3-star skill moves, fine. 2-star weak foot, not the best, but at least it's not 1 like his counterpart in the youth academy, Duyi Tian. We'll get him up here with Stevenson, who he's already miles better than. And of course, Lewis Page as well. And Duyi Tian can hang around by the midfielders. We actually haven't got any other wingers at all. And bearing in mind we want to play with wingers going forward, that is potentially an area that we need to look at in, obviously, the transfer window coming up. So anyway, we've got this game now against Derby. Let's get into it and see if we can get 3 wins out of 3 to bounce back from some pretty bad form in the last episode, it has to be said. By the way, Chuck Sanike here wanting us to put him back in the squad. I'm just going to say, see you back in action. It makes him happy. He might come off the bench. You never know. Anyway, time to face Derby. Here we are then, Pride Park, the venue. Is it actually? Oh, it's Moulton Road, apparently. I'm sure Pride Park is Derby. Sometimes I say these things with like the utmost confidence and then I realise in the edit that I've actually said the complete wrong thing. I do believe Derby's real stadium is Pride Park, so Moulton Road, I think it was, must just be a one of those generic stadiums. There are all the Derby fans, lots of white caps. Why are so many people wearing hats today? It's like a winter thing maybe in FIFA. I don't know, I haven't really noticed that before. Here we are in 5th place. We are 4 points off of Fulham in 2nd place. I didn't actually catch where Derby were. I believe they are actually in mid-table, the mid-table region. There we are. Is that us with a little coat on? Fair play. Those winter months really, really, I don't know, you can just tell now that they've made changes to FIFA. I mean, I don't know, maybe they've had that in for ages, but it just seems nice and different. Anyway, it looks like Derby are going to kick off here. Haven't played single player for a fair while, so I'm hoping that I haven't lost my mojo, do you know what I mean? So if we lose, it's because I've been playing, well, not been playing this game enough in general, and also when I have been playing, it's been online. But anyway, Tom Huddleston on the ball. Let's get it off these little toe rags. Joshy Cullen, somebody who I am very interested in signing permanently next season. Even if he doesn't necessarily start, he's a nice young player with nice natural growth potential. And of course we could also explore the option maybe in January of terminating his loan and then trying to sign him, although if he does things like that we probably won't. Here's Joseph Zun. Ooh, tries to put in a little cross, way too close to Phillips. We're going to go straight down the middle to Oztumer, who backed up way too far there. It's really annoying when stuff like that happens because it's actually nothing you can do about stupid AI. Here comes Forsyth. Joseph Zun again. Good tackle from Adam Matthews, coming in for a rare game ahead of Chris Solly. Lecco putting it into the path of Tom Lockyer, who tries to step out of defence. Does so pretty well, but shinny eventually. Oh, hang on. Lockyer with a chance to release Lyle Taylor. The pass is decent. Lockyer continues his run. This could be a rare chance to score for Tom Lockyer, and he's hit the bar. Oh, that was a good follow-up from Smith Rowe, but he can't quite outmuscle the Derby defender. I thought Tom Lockyer was going to be off the mark there. With his feet as well. It wasn't a bad shot, to be honest. Uh-oh, here's Lawrence. Marriott waiting for it in the middle. Doesn't deliver the cross yet, but then Lockyer, smart thing really, with the trajectory of that ball, heads out for a corner. Just hoping they don't do anything too dangerous here. Joseph Zun with a dummy, floats the ball in. Pierce, the first to meet it. Oztumer tries to get it away. Matthews eventually is the one to do so. Lecco's going to switch the play here. Very nice if we can keep it in. And Purrington up to Smith Rowe. If he stays on side, whoever that is in the middle. Oh, it's actually Gallagher, and now it's Smith Rowe. And Smith Rowe's looking for the run of Lyle Taylor, who's got to score, and he does with his left peg. 1-0 to the boys. 33 minutes on the clock. Lyle Taylor, never in doubt, really. Didn't take it how I wanted him to, actually. But it doesn't matter when it ends up in the back of the onion bag, as we know. Look at the Charlton. Everybody's wearing Charlton shirts and Derby shirts today in this stadium. No neutral colours. Look at that. Nice ball from Smith Rowe. Lovely assist. And eventually tucked behind the keeper. I can't remember who the keeper is for them. But either way, puts it beyond him. And 1-0 Charlton. There is a nice little touch from Dylan Phillips to get it out for a corner. We don't want to concede before the half-time whistle here. And Smith Rowe tries to get it away, but it falls back to a Derby shirt. Huddleston looking for a crossing angle here. Lawrence eventually. And that is a good save from Dylan Phillips. Derby looking dangerous, very, very dangerous. But they can't quite beat our keeper, who's in good form today here. Joseph Zun, that's got to be offside, ref. Huddleston is offside. It looks like we're going to be going into half-time. 1 goal to the good, hopefully. Not if we give it away like that, though. Luckily, Conor Gallagher there defensively. And Lecco, why was that? Why did that happen? I don't understand. Can I not switch player? Oh, this is going to wind me up if this is a goal. Because I tried to switch player. Two things happened there that just didn't need to happen at all. Lawrence eventually beating. Hang on, it's down now. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I absolutely knew it. 1-1. The scorer was Joseph Zun, was it? Or was it Marriott? I think it's Marriott, actually. Oh, it's so annoying. I want to take it back because, honestly, there were two things that happened that I could have stopped that attack if the game just worked. Look at that little pass. It was good football from them, but it just never should have been allowed to happen. I think if you are a FIFA player, you would have seen what I was trying to do there. First of all, Conor Gallagher didn't take the extra touch when he tried to release the ball. Then I think Lecco made a mistake. Then it wouldn't let me switch player to the most obvious player to try and defend the situation, and now all of a sudden it's 1-1. Bit fuming, but we've got another 45 minutes of football to rectify the current scoreline. Looks like the general consensus in the Championship is the most expected teams winning Yeah, more or less. There are the halftime scores nonetheless, and we need to now step it up for the second half. Should not be 1-1 in any way, shape or form. Derby have been playing well, but the way they scored was a joke from FIFA's gameplay. But I have faith that we can rectify it, so let's see if we can. Hang on a minute, Oztumer. How are you tackled there from that angle? Oh, I hate this game so much. Wisdom gives the ball away, luckily. It's with Oztumer now. And now Leko looking for the run of Conor Gallagher, is this? It is. And to Oztumer. And over to Smith Rowe. Great tackle. We do pick it up though, it's Oztumer. And that's a good interception from Shinnie, to be fair. Should have been a better pass from Oztumer. What the hell? How are you able to pull that off from there? And why is Dylan Phillips not catching it? Because they've now got a corner. Oh, FIFA, man. What are you playing at? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. How are we not getting rid of this? There we go. Can't win any headers. Let's intercept this. Nice. Let's keep possession of this. Nice. That's good. Now I just need another option. Lyle Taylor is not able to do it all himself. Or is he? Or is he? Oztumer, you've got to score, mate. Yes, there we go. There's the second goal. Actually wasn't anticipating it coming. That was brilliant work from Lyle Taylor. Fizzed it with the left foot of Oztumer in hope. And luckily it was nice and accurate. That looks absolutely nothing like Aaron Oztumer, by the way, does it? Probably one of the worst game faces of the whole team. Doesn't matter, though, because look at that from Lyle Taylor. Great strength, great resilience, great touch from Oztumer. And then it was on his left peg and he just buries it, to be fair. What I'm going to do is sub off. I'm going to make a couple of subs now. I'll see which ones to make. I think maybe bringing off Gallagher would be a good shout at this point. So we're bringing off Smith Rowe, who's pretty exhausted, as well as Conor Gallagher, who's also pretty exhausted, for Beram Kayal. And who else did I bring on? I actually just completely forgot. Oh, we've put Lewis Page, who we know has got a lot of pace and stuff. We've put him further up the field on the left wing. So we've now got Purrington at left back and Lewis Page at left wing. Here is Lewis Page. Look at this pace. Is he going to... Yeah, I mean, that's terrible from them. If he can put in a decent cross here... In fact, I don't know if I want to cross it. Oh, I probably should have, actually, because what I've just done there is lost the ball. And that's great from Purrington, who's going to switch the play now to Matthews. Just try and keep possession here, Charlton, and we might be all right. Oztumer, a lot of space. And he's going to play it over to the wing now. And Leko's got the ball. This has got to be 3-1. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, my God, Oztumer. You can do it with your left, but not your right. That should have been a goal. Look at that. It was the perfect pass, perfect weight. And not by any means the perfect finish from Oztumer there. He's got one, but missing that one could cost us. I hope it doesn't. And look at this. Pearce to Lockyer. This is a very smart way to... Hang on a minute. We might have a goal on our hands. There's no reason not to go for it now. It's Beram Kayal. And it's a good save from the keeper. That's got to be the end of the match. And it is. That is a brilliant victory for Charlton. That is 2-1 away at Derby, who are definitely one of the teams that you've got to look out for in this league. And is that Ben Amos there for us? Or is that, who's in that green tracksuit? Anyway, we thank the fans. Our manager thanks the fans for coming to witness and encourage our team here. Oztumer, maybe the man of the match. We'll have to wait and see. But a very good goal from him to solidify this win for us. And the early goal was from Lyle Taylor. For me, Lyle Taylor probably the man of the match there. Lockyer also had a very good game. Purrington also very solid. Gallagher was a bit hit and miss. He did some good things, some bad things. Phillips also had a good game. Yeah, it seems like Lyle Taylor is the man of the match here, 9.1. Have no idea why they've given a 5.8 there to Lewis Page. Doesn't make any sense to me. But Oztumer with an 8, Cullen with a 7, Leko with a 7.3. He was decent, but a little bit quiet for me. And yeah, Lockyer and Phillips as well, pretty good. Yeah, Matthews and Purrington, yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody pretty much on at least 7s there. No idea why Lewis Page is on that rating. Smith Rowe and Gallagher apparently had good games as well, according to FIFA. And because I actually didn't show the Derby team, there you go. That was how they ended up playing. Huddleston, Joseph Soon and Wisdom all started, so their subs were... you can work it out if you care that much. Anyway, post-match interview time. There are the scores around the championship. And it's time, at the beginning of the next episode, actually, I'm going to say, to do the Player of the Month for December, followed by having a look at some of the transfers that we might make. So, of course, leave your comments below of what positions you think we need strengthening. I think I've already pretty much made my mind up that it's going to be more or less a wing job, you know, looking at the wings. How comes we didn't see Nike today? It isn't easy, but he'll be back soon. Okay, that's had a good impact on him. What else? You managed to win a close match with a decisive goal in the second half. What do you think made the difference in today's game? I think that we were the better team. Yeah. Good for the team's morale there. And what are they asking us now? Was the win ever in doubt? We were the stronger side. I trust that we'd give it our all. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to say there. Regardless of the outcome, I always trust my players. So that should be all for the questions. And that is going to be it for the episode. So really quickly, let's have a look at, first of all, our shortlist going into this episode. Into the next episode, I should say. In the transfer hub, we have been shortlisting so many players behind the scenes. If we do this by position, we kind of want to get James in. Reece James. Might be too early to get him in. I don't know if we can even afford him. And then if we go towards our wingers, we've already signed a centre-back, by the way, the guy from Liverpool, I think it was. And I think it's just a winger now that we've got to concentrate on, a young winger. So we've got lots of options here from Madera, Nelson, probably way above our price range, these two. Yeah, look at all these guys. Greenwood, again, we signed him before we restarted the career mode. We could get him back and make amends there. Neto would be a really good player. Lots of potential great signings that we could make here. And yeah, I'll let you guys discuss in the comments where you think we should be strengthening. Are there left wingers as well? Yeah, I'll just go through these as well. All of the guys we've shortlisted. It will probably end up being somebody that we've shortlisted here. So yeah, it's just a matter of working out who we can afford. And of course as well, who we want to sign. Rafa Mir could be a good player, couldn't he? That could be a good player to get. Anyway, guys, finally then, let's just have a look at the calendar for the next game. The next episode, sorry. Go to the calendar here, and our next 3 games of January, Swansea, a cup game against Shrewsbury, and a home game against West Brom. So that could be a difficult run of games. A cup game and 2 very hard hitters in this league who are currently in the top 6, I want to say. I'm not sure about Swansea. Swansea, they're in 7th. And was it Fulham? I've actually forgotten. Anyway, guys, whatever. You saw it. You saw where they are in the league. That is it for this episode. Of course, please leave a like. Of course, please subscribe as well. And I'll see you next time.